What up, guys? Check it out. Just got a brand new gold trim stringer tank. I think I now have like every color in the fucking rainbow. Anyways, about to go hit a push workout. I'm gonna try to get some footage tonight. We'll see. Depends on how packed the gym is. Anyways, later. What's up, guys? Back again for another push workout. Here we go. So this is the first exercise that I did. This is incline hammer strength press. This is actually one of my favorite movements to start with for upper chest. One thing that I like to do is make sure that when you do this exercise that you don't have the seat too high. I have the seat pretty much planted to the bottom there, so that the angle makes sure that I'm pressing. If you notice that the angle makes sure that I'm pressing up and focusing on the upper chest. I see a lot of guys that have the seat like way too high, so it's almost like you're pushing out like a flat bench. So that's just one thing to kind of look out for. I think it's just a better angle for upper chest. And again, I'm doing kind of more of a hypertrophy focus today. So doing a little bit more reps, not as much weight today. We'll save that for my my power cycle next week. I think I did about 3 working sets here with 3 plates on each side for I think I did about 12 reps. All right, moving on. We're getting to the flat dumbbell bench. I haven't been doing as much barbell flat bench lately, just because I did it for so long while doing Wendler's 531 that I just kind of like, honestly, I kind of got sick of it. And I feel like flat dumbbells hit the chest better. It's a little bit easier on your shoulders as well. This was definitely a better angle that I wish I would have filmed with my last push day, filming from the back like this. I'm lucky enough to have good friends at my gym that are willing to film for me, so this actually looked a lot better than when my last push video, when we kind of filmed from the front, so you don't really see like any detail or anything like that. One thing that I do focus on sometimes when I'm doing this is I kind of somewhat angle my wrist slightly. I used to keep my wrists like straight, and I found that if I kind of like angle my wrists, kind of turn them, I don't know if you can tell in the video here a little bit. Well, like I said, my wrists are slightly kind of angled in, and what I found that I just feel like that targets the chest a little bit better and takes a little bit of shoulder strain out of it. Just something worth trying. So here we are, guys. We are at Wednesday the 20th. So we're about 9.5 weeks out. Moving on to some dips. Another one of my favorite, overall, just, if you're doing a push day with chest, shoulders, and triceps, dips fits that, fits that to the T, because you're working all of those muscle groups here at once. Now we're doing another set where I'm adding some weight. That's another thing, guys, just like with my weighted pull-ups that you saw, if you're a person that can do, 10 dips on your own fairly easy, If your gym has a dip belt like that, go ahead and slap on, maybe start with a 10 or a 25 and then kind of work your way up to a 45-pound plate. One thing I make sure to do is to get full range of motion on these. I used to in the past, kind of do the whole constant tension thing, and I'm not really like fully kind of locking out my elbows like hard, but still though I'm getting a pretty full range of motion here. All right, moving on to the lower cable chest flies. This is just something that I actually never used to really do this exercise that much. I actually used to do more of a cable crossover, where the pulleys are higher and you're kind of pulling down. But this is just something that I've kind of implemented to target more upper chest. Since apparently some of you guys seem to think that I have a weak, I've heard seen a couple comments on here where I need to work on my upper chest. Well, here you go. I personally don't think that my upper chest is really lagging, but I definitely think that most people, when regarding the chest, it's always the upper chest that lacks. I mean, I think I could definitely add some more size to my upper chest. My lower chest is definitely developed enough, I think, as most of you can tell. But this is just one of those exercises that really gets a really good contraction. Here I am just kind of trying to test out the lighting there, hitting some most musculars, and then a side chest pose. See, look at those upper pecs. What are you guys talking about? All right, one thing. Here we go. I'm moving on to delts now. I actually started with. I actually did my lateral raises first. I did single arm lateral raises, and I also did my my rear delts already. So I'm actually doing my presses. I know it's kind of unfamiliar, but I'm actually doing them last. One reason is just because I'm not really prioritizing trying to build up my shoulders anymore. I almost actually feel like I think I've mentioned this in the past that my shoulders were almost kind of too overpowering, mainly just because they kind of overpowered my back shots. So I'm not too worried about like bringing up my delts. And then moving on to triceps. This is a great movement that I like. This is a cable overhead tricep extension. And the reason why I like this is the cable makes it so much easier on the elbow joints, as opposed to putting like a 100 plus dumbbell right there. It puts a lot of strain on the elbow. So give this a shot. I'm just using kind of a seated bench here, and then I have like an easy bar or a easy bar curl handle there behind me. And oh my gosh, this is just great. You get a really good stretch through the long head of the tricep. And like I said, you can go pretty heavy, and it just feels so much better on your elbows. It's actually one thing for the first time in my life, I've actually started to kind of develop a little bit. Like it hasn't affected my training at all, but I can definitely tell like in my right elbow, I'm kind of starting to develop a little bit of it feels kind of like a tendonitis kind of issue. So implementing movements like this is definitely a lot better for that issue, as opposed, like I said, to using like a super heavy dumbbell for this exercise. But definitely give these a shot. This is something that I really enjoy doing. All right, moving on to your typical just tricep pushdowns here. Starting with I usually like starting sometimes like with an easy bar curl. or sorry, an easy bar, curl bar. Kind of work on those, and then usually I'll go into a rope. I just kind of get two different kind of feels with each different handle. So I kind of like to implement both. Kind of feel like both kind of almost hit the tricep a little bit differently. Again, one thing I'm trying to focus on too, guys, is making sure my elbows don't flare out on these. I almost, like consciously kind of make sure that I'm feeling my elbows kind of grasping my side there, just to make sure I'm keeping the isolation on the triceps. I feel like if your elbows kind of start to flare out, then you're gonna start using your delts and other type movements to push the weight. So here we go. Here we moved on to the rope. And like I said, I just kind of feel like it's a little bit different feel. So I like implementing both. Like I said, triceps too, definitely make sure you're locking out on these. Full extension. And then last, I kind of just threw these in just kind of like as a finisher, where you're kind of angling to the side there and keeping your arm tucked to your side. I just kind of feel like it kind of hits a little bit different angle of the tricep head. Like I said, just something different. Anyways, guys, here is another push workout for you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video.